All right, let's find a series for this function. Well, we know that e to the x is equal to this series, and we know that sine of x is equal to this series. So we just need to multiply these series to get our series for e to the x sine of x. It's no different than Algebra 1 stuff, multiplying a trinomial like this times this. First we'll distribute one of the terms, like x squared times x squared times 4x, and x squared times 1. Then we multiply the negative 3x times all the yellow terms. Notice how I offset it there. And when I did negative 3x times x squared and got negative 3x cubed, I didn't write it under the 4th degree term. I wrote it under the 3rd degree term so that all my like terms would be lined up. And then the negative 5 times all the yellow terms, that gives us a negative 5x squared plus 20x minus 5. Now we can combine our like terms, which are nicely aligned, x to the 4th plus x cubed minus 16x squared plus 17x minus 5. So we're going to do the same thing up here. And remember, they only want 4 terms. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms already. And that was just by doing 3. So we don't have to multiply all of these. Eventually, we'll get the first 4 terms and we can stop. What will that look like? Keep watching. All right, 1 multiplied by all the green terms. It's just all the green terms. Now you'll see in a second why I spaced them out. All right, let's do the next one. X multiplied by all the green terms. Well, what is x times the first green term? It's x squared, which we didn't have a column for. That's why I put all these spaces here, because x times all these odd degree terms will be all even degree terms, which are in between the odd degree terms, and so I'll be putting them in these spaces. X times x is x squared. X times x cubed is x to the 4th over 3 factorial. The 4th degree term is in between the 3rd and the 5th degree terms. X times x to the 5th is x to the 6th, and x times x to the 7th is x to the 8th over the 7 factorial. All right, time to do it for this term. Multiply this term by all the green terms. Now we're going to get all odd terms again. So when I do x squared over 2 times x and get x cubed, I'm going to put it in this column so that it's in the like terms column. Here we go. X squared over 2 times x is x cubed over 2. All right, now x squared over 2 times negative x cubed over 3 factorial. So that'll be x to the 5th. And on the bottom, denominator times denominator is 2 times 3 factorial. And now x squared over 2 multiplied by the 5th degree term. We'll have x to the 7th over 2 times 5 factorial. And then when we get to that last term, x squared over 2 times that is minus x to the 9th over 2 times 7 factorial. All right, let's do maybe one more. This term times all the green terms gives us negative x to the 4th times 3 factorial, and then that's to be positive. And then negative x to the 6th over 3 factorial times 3 factorial. And then positive x to the 8th, 3 factorial times 5 factorial. We don't need to go any further than that. Before we go any further, I've noticed a little mistake right here. This is the result of x times x to the 5th over 5 factorial. So that should be x to the 6th over 5 factorial. All right, that error is corrected. We are now ready to find the first 4 terms of the series for the function f of x equals e to the x times sine of x. All we need to do is combine all the like terms. But they're all nicely aligned vertically. All right, if we wanted 5 terms of this series, we'd have to do another multiplication, another distribution, because, you know, if we did another one, x to the fourth times x is x to the fifth, we'd have another degree 5 term to add yet. But since we only want 4 terms, we're done, because there will not be any more 4th degree terms, since the first term here is going to be, with the next multiplication, is degree 5. So here comes our answer. F series, first 4 terms is x plus x squared. We have to combine the like terms, so look at the fractional part. This is negative a sixth plus a half. What's negative a sixth x cubed plus a half x cubed? Well, negative a sixth and a half is like negative 6 plus 3/6. So negative 1/6 and positive 3/6 is 2/6, which reduces to a third. So for that one, we'll have x to the third over 3. And for our 4th term, we need to combine these like terms. So again, this denominator is negative a sixth, and this denominator is positive a sixth. Oops, negative a sixth and a positive 6 is 0. So I guess we do need to go further, because right now we only have 3 terms. For the 4th term, we're going to need to figure out what the next 5th degree term is. So let's go ahead and multiply. X to the 4th times x, and that gives us x to the 5th over 4 factorial. All right. So what is 1 over 120 minus 1 over 12 plus 1 over 24? Let's find that out. So common denominators, 120 so the number of x to the 5th that we have is 1 minus 10 plus 5, which is negative 4 1/20th, or negative a 30th. And there are the first 4 terms of function f.